Okay, now that we got the nuts on the back, you can see how that's assembled. It doesn't have to be too tight. This is the cable that's going to the front, and it just plugs in like that. The colors on the cable could be different in the production unit. I don't think they are, but they could be. So you can just push that in place. And then you'll have a cable. It probably won't look like this one, but it'll be a cable like this that is the input into this string of LEDs. Again, it just pushes in place. And that's the input side. Let me just show you a little bit about what's going on here. That is the 2 wires that are part of a SPI-like interface. And then you may have something like this that's going to plug onto the power distribution board, or you may have all 4 wires on this connector that powers the LED lights from just a single connector. That is not fully defined at this point. Let me show you now how to put the side panels on. Most of them are already in place, but it's pretty much a simple solution. You put one of these nuts in the hole there, like that, and then there's a little slot here, and those slots fit over the edges there and there. When the buggy ships to you, if it's this is part of the mechanical upgrade kit, when the buggy ships to you, it may have little plastic pieces here already that you'll have to remove. So we just set that on top and kind of slide it down into position. Okay, there, that nut fell out. So just pop that in the back. Now these, make sure you're using long enough screws. Again, you might have hex-headed screws instead of star, but they pretty much just go in the holes and tighten them up. You don't have to over-tighten these. Oops, hard to do this with one hand. Okay, the other thing to note is this is the power distribution board, or also known as a PDB, and that's your power input coming from the battery. These two go to the powers of some of the NavQ Plus board and the S32K3. It doesn't matter which one. This is the pin header for the servos, and it provides power to the servos, and then it translates those signals out to the motor control pins. Finally, there's a quadrature. This cable comes up from the motor, and this is part of the quadrature encoder that goes to that connector there. And there's a special cable that has to plug in there because there's a slight mistake on the board at this time. That'll be corrected. Other thing to note is that cable needs to feed up from down below, and that's going to the steering servo up front here. Finally, there's an extension cable, power extension cable. It's going to plug into the front here and allow the there we go. There. So this cable goes to this little thing. There's a plastic piece now that holds this in place. It goes in those 2 holes, there and there, and this plugs in, and it just allows the connector to pop out down here because you're going to end up wanting to slide the battery in this space.